Welcome back to the channel. My name is NutRays and we are playing more PLO 20, and it looks like we're playing PLO 20 on Run It Once exclusively for the moment, because at least we are sitting on 3 tables already. And yeah, maybe the 4th one will open soon. I think with the hearts we're going to continue, especially with the 8. Of course, wonderful that we get to put much more money in here before the flop. Hear me, huh? What you gonna do, Jerome? Folds. Fold. Interesting. Probably fine. Let's see if we can make some noise here, because the first session we finished down almost 10 binds. Actually, let me check. Did win a little bit in the end. Yeah, 9 binds is what we're down currently. Comes over the top again. I think this one we can probably call. Well, I don't know, leading here feels weird. Raising certainly doesn't. And if nothing else, we get another 244 out of him. He folds, which I'm fairly certain he does. Nope, not suited to the queen. Well, even suited to queen, we're letting this one go under the gun. Not the position for this kind of hand. Alrighty, what to do? I think what to do. Fold it. Different, if this guy folds, we're gonna call, we're gonna raise. If he raises, we're gonna fold. Ooh, those suited aces. Aces haven't been nice to us in the first part of the session. We've been getting a whole lot of them. I think we lost money with most of those hands. And here in the cutoff, this is fine. Ace King, King is suited. Yeah, and welcome back, everybody. Aces take it down pre. I mean, I will check out the occasional Run It Once table. Sorry, the other one, of course, microgaming. Tables did get better, but still sticking with Run It Once. And why not, if we keep getting dealt aces here? In the big blind, these we might flat. I mean, it's not a huge deal either way. But in the small blind, are never flatting. And take it down. I'm gonna take a note on this guy as well, that he has a button open folding range. It's not aces. It's kings. I'm a little bit curious if we're supposed to raise these. I kinda doubt it. With the squeeze, it's a little bit different, because his range is capped now. He's never having almost never having aces here. Still. Look this one up in a moment. We do have a gutter, and for various turn cards, some really excellent blockers. Like a queen roll-off, for example. Well, actually, I was kind of overstating our case, because that's the only turn where we have a nice blocker on. The king, we just have a set. And a little bit of a blocker, but yeah. Yeah. For this price, we're letting the gut shot go, I think. Four aces, what the deuce? It's the fourth time we get aces in, what, 4 or 5 minutes? See if you can do it again. There was the guy who opened and folded the button earlier. He's not having it anymore, he's cold calling. Oh. We have a gutter, backdoor flush draw. There are a lot of draws out there. I think we're going with this one. Let's set. Come on, do it. And then around turn. 10-10-4-4, huh? Wow. I'm not sure if we need to be... Like, how big was the pot at that point? Flop. Or even if I think he's on a draw there a lot, much more often than he has a made hand. Do we really need to call there, or do we really need to go in? I don't know. Might have been a little bit optimistic. Full pot, I saw. Ooh, table 4 is opening up. Four round 1 tables for us now. Wait. It's here, I think it's a fine call. Really need to come over. Well, against the button. Actually, let's check this out. Like, what's the solver perspective on this one? Blind versus blind, we have kings down here. Up neat, and here we turn nicely. With a 3, we take it down. More kings on another table. Wow, so I guess we're taking this one down. Yep. King, queen, 4. Ooh, no, that is 8. Damn. That is a very nice hand. The queen, jack, 10-9 double suited. Just fine. After some deliberation, Roderick decides to get out of the way. As the 3-better, I'm never checking here. Board like this. Also, it's not a huge deal if we get raised and we just let it go. Not like we have a huge amount of equity at this point. Now, aces I would play the same way. Let's put a large bet in once the turn pairs here. We also have a flush draw now as a backup. But as played, we were letting it go. More or less happily. Sweat there. Yeah, but no regrets about that hand. I think that was fine, that line we took. I think this one will let him go. I have no idea. Call and check it out. There's some Eden potion. Maybe it's even a raise. Rather end the hand right now. Triple suited, perfectly connected tens. I mean, it's not a horrible hand. No, it's fine. It's a call. Just a call. No reason to do anything but. End up making 2 pair, blocking the Broadway. 3 base, we are just checking here. Small chance we're taking it down. Nope. More kings, huh? Oh. Take it down. And these fine gentlemen up here are playing a decent pot, it looks like. Oh, never mind, it's the river. I thought we were in an earlier street and the pot might get bigger yet. I mean, it does, but not. Otherwise, nothing going on for us. Oh, that changed. We have this hand, we have the Ace King Queen Jack here. Nothing great at all. If you get raised, then we can certainly call it. On another table. Why can't we just switch out these flops? That would be sweet. Like this one and this one. Be down for that. Also down for coming over the top from the small blind here with aces. So we're catching a little piece on all tables now. We are catching the top pair here, blocking the nuts a little bit. Also catching a pair here and goes keeps checking. Making this great, right? Back forward change. Sorry, this one. It's really small. That's half pot. We're gonna take one off. Here we're gonna bet. It's a little bit of a weird spot since I do have a jack. I'm blocking stuff like Jack 7, Queen Jack. I can even lead there on the flop. Still, we're gonna call. None of the draws came in. That brings in all the straight draws at least. Well, brings in the one. I mean, I'm gonna have a tough time having ace king, right? Yeah, no, quick call. Because he has the nuts. Yeah, fair enough. Can't really fault him for calling with the nuts, unfortunately. I don't think I like the bluff we just had there on table 3 because even without ace king, like a lot of hands are still calling it as this SBR. Yeah, I think the pot was too large and our remaining bet size was too small in relation to the pot to bluff there successfully often enough. Okay. More kings, huh? Yeah, not our day so far. We're down. Again, we're at the point we're down like 12-ish buy-ins. Well, if the day gets too bad, I'll just call it a night. Not because I'm consciously feeling tilted. I'm not that I notice. Just sometimes it does sneak up on you. You only notice after the fact. We get raised here. Check this one out. Through there. Entirely sure, I have to admit. Cut off. King. 4. It's fine. Before we were supposed to call, all is well. Here we get 2 pair on a great draw board, but still blind versus blind. We're leading here. Well, or c-betting, I should say. Take a look at the turn. Oh, how is that for a turn? Hope he wants to bluff it, because I think if I lead here I get a lot of folds. We're not beaten by much here, the only thing being the 9-5 I think that I see. Because he wouldn't have checked the set here on the turn. Let's check out what he had. I don't think we missed out any value here. I think that's a sound plan. The Queen Jack 7-8. With a pure gutter. And overcards, sure. No pair from the board at that point. Wow, really? Go. More kings. This time nice kings. Ace king king 5 double suited. And a whole bunch of aces down here. If we get raised here, I think we're coming over the top. Comes over the top again, we're letting it go. Start off by checking. And gonna fire 2 barrels now. Flush blocker. Taking on a few small pots here and there. It's a good start to hopefully a small comeback for the day. Well, hopefully a large comeback. We'll take a small one too. Front and backdoor flush draw. Front door flush draw is really low. With a pair. The heart flush. And they're gonna call down, I think. Perfect. Having a straight, went for the small value bet, and value owned himself. It is a story I've often been on the other side of. I mean, we could get unstuck in one blow if a huge splash comes along. It has happened before, I think. We had a terrible date that got saved by a 200 euro splash. It raised here, queen 10. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I know make the 7 and 8 or something like that, and then I'm calling for sure. With the 7 specifically, this might actually have to be a fold. We'll check it out. Button 10, 7. Nope. We are not. We are supposed to call. We do have that 7 because I'm willing to go all in on the river. Unless it's something nasty like a board pairing one. I think this one we're supposed to let go. Check it out, but I'm relatively confident that's the right move. Check 8. Oh, actually not versus button versus cutoff. Yep. Just a fold. Walk. Yeah, let's keep watching here then. Taking down a bunch of pots pre. That is a long time banquet. Well, that's not going to be too exciting. Watch this then. Yeah, he folded on the table where he was tanking for so long. I fold there too. Kings again. This time is king too many. think queen 9-6 double suited here. Okay. So I got our overcards and second nut flush draw. Pretty decent blockers. That an open ender. Like a wrap. Not necessarily looking forward to get raised, but should we get raised, it's not going to be a disaster. Depending on this raise size, we might actually just put it in. Oh. That's rather unfortunate. In a different scenario, different stack sizes, this might be a bluffing spot, seeing that we have absolutely no showdown value. But he's not gonna fold, you know, given this SBR. There's 15 in the pot, he has less than 6 behind. I don't know, it's a line I rarely take. Betting the flop and then check raising the turn of position. Oh yeah, can't check raise in position. Some more aces over here. Be crappy ones, but we'll take them. He decided to come over the top. I think it's close, whether that's kosher or not. Let's check it out too. The aces take it down. About this one, I'm not sure either. Let's check him out. In turn. What? 1, 6. Hey, Nuclear Smurf! Nice to see you back. Thanks for the welcome back. You too. Make the 2 pair. Make that a second nuts over here. Right. So first of all, let's check out button versus small blind versus button with the double suited ace-7. Yeah, as I thought, the 6-5 is fine. The 5-4 is fine. The 6-4 should be folded. Ace rolls off here, which is not entirely amazing. So he does check. We're gonna size down a little bit, hoping to get some money out. I think he called. I think we took it down. It's not a completely horrible turn, getting us to pair and the flush draw, but yeah. Go. What was the other one? This one, the queen jack. Six. Am I supposed to call that button? I think so. Against 6. Cut off. Let's go with that. Actually, I'm supposed to raise it. These are the spots where I really need to put more work in. I'm again and again becoming aware that there are spots where it should be much more aggressive, where spots where I think I should be calling, but in fact I should be raising. Sometimes raise calling, sometimes raise folding. We'll figure it out over time, no doubt. We're letting this one go. Out in a moment. Oh. A horrible hand. It's double suited. It's button versus small blind dynamic. No, we're not supposed to fold. We're supposed to call that one. The queen 10, 5, 4, even if it's not perfectly double suited. This guy calls after some deliberation. Happy to check back. Took this one down with a nice 3-bet here, the ace-king 4 deuce. Would have been a fold had he come over the top. Yeah, this is definitely not a fold. The board. What? Who knows? Maybe you're at. Okay. I think this one we are letting go in the cutoff, and I think that's right. It's a little bit too disconnected there. Yeah, way too many gaps. Between all cards, basically. Wow. What's going on over here? Hoofatronic! Welcome back, Hoofatronic. Nice to see you. We played a little bit against each other earlier. Oh right, it was the set over set spot. Yeah, it was a nice hand. Oh, I think that one will gladly take pair, flush draw, and a gutter to the nuts. And here, I think without the extra money, I'm folding this with the extra euro in there. It is a different story. It is a suited ace, sure, but the connectivity really isn't there. Also, he's raising an MP range which is considerably tighter than when we get raised on the button by, say, the small blind. Yeah, might be good. So really shouldn't be betting now. If he does, I would be surprised. We do take it down. Closing the action here is rather close as well. Calling with this one. Oh, kings once more. Those kings are gonna be a raised fold though. Pairing was the best hand, and we took it down. That's a wonderful result. Rapid kings taking it down pre. Comes over the top here, I think we're raising. I mean, I will. I'm just going to check out what the solver perspective is. Yeah. Even if it's not perfectly double suited. As in, both highest cards are of the same suit. This would still be a raise. Ooh, you got her to the nuts, huh? Single raise pot, flop, and check. We do have a heart. It's not potted. I think you have a diamond blocking flushes and a queen blocking broadways. Hope it's going better. Not right now, Hoofatronic. Weird. I think for the session, for the... Oh no, that's all good! That's all good! Appreciate the sentiment, but it's poker. So yeah, we started this second session being down 9 buy-ins for the day. And are currently down around 12, I believe, unfortunately. If it goes much worse, I think I'll call it a day. Just because sometimes, as I said earlier, tilt can sneak up on you. I feel tilt-free right now. I think it's gotten to me just yet. But yeah. How is that for a turn? Wow, it's a splash pot. Got limped around. Yeah, got folded around, and I just completed. He raised. I called. At once on the flop, I think. Over here, he ended up betting the river after the turn went check check. I folded. Yeah, and should I call it a night early, maybe I'll invest in a month of the Pocket hut, which supports run it once already. And then I could prepare some reports, some analyses for tomorrow and have a review stream tomorrow. Tomorrow night when most people have time. Well, a lot of people have time. Not most people, but at least a lot of people. A very unfortunate river. I'm not even sure I like how they played it from the start, because it is a paired board. Don't have a great flush draw. This guy's really tight. I mean, seeing that we're now in this hand pretty deep, coming over the top now might not be the absolutely worst idea. We can river kings here. We could have had it all the time. And there's really not many 4 deuce or 4-7 out there. So I don't mind c-betting here. If we get raised, we might actually just look to get it in. Not might, I mean we will. We would. Big one down here, not flush against the 9-high flush, okay. Oh, I like it. Hopefully. I like it now. Decided to come over the top here. And it's a board where we don't mind if all the money goes in. We have the overpair, we have the wrap. Raised, we get called. Wonderful, let's do your way then. Do you have that? No, 2 pair. Okay. Thus. Nice. Shazam! Taking one down. Hope this happy state of affairs continues up here. Not sure about the bet sizing. Maybe I can size down a little bit. Is nice? I don't know, say anything. Alright. So, we're not gonna play heads up, so I'm gonna let her know. That's GG. And wow, we were doing quite nicely all the way. All the way, I mean, sorry. Doubled up twice. Great. I guess there is a PLO 10 table on Run It Once we can join in the meantime. Yeah. This is the player we want to bluff, sure, from what we've seen, but I just didn't feel like it this time. And maybe it wouldn't have worked either. Nope. Alright, so that's helping. Yeah, now we're down less than 10 buy-ins once more. I was gonna say, is this like a min raise? But of course it's the PLO 10 table. Yeah, can one right out of position usually. There has to be a raise. Let's check it out. Has to be a raise. Well, this looks pretty exciting, giving us the middle set. You check here. It actually is just a call, and I think we took this one down too. Put a razor here. Take it down here. A straight. Off now, second straight. So we top and bottom, we have a flush draw. We're going with this one. I mean, if he doesn't bet all the way, then we'll bet now. I really doubt he has a straight at this point. Really? Waited until the very last moment, huh? We need to flush here. And we get it! What do you know? Get a little bit lucky. What a weird way to play this hand. Even if he rivered the straight here, I mean... Oh well. There's a lot of money in the middle. We get raised, you know, we let it go, but... It's a little bit too sweet. Fold an ace. Some connectivity there. And it was a perfect storm for him. All we could do was draw to the flush there to beat him, and, you know, we got a little bit lucky that we did. Oh well, we had our fair share of bad luck today. I'll take some good luck. There's a guy, I don't know if you remember, we had this Nusco character on some run at once tables for some very memorable sessions. That was pretty crazy. First there was a guy called No Nusco No Play, now we have a Nusco's mentor. I'm not sitting down at a table. Because it's not Nusco, it's just some guy. I don't know, but this time when it's... usually I go like, I don't know, let's raise it and look it up. This time I just folded. What was it? Ace King 9-5. I think I know what the solver's gonna tell me what to do with it. I feel like raising it. Let's check up on it. Wow! Take that then. Oh, it's a funky bet sizing here. Something I pretty much never do in this spot. Yeah. That's too funky for them. So Ace King 9-5. Huh? Yeah, even badly suited, it's a raise. Of course a raise fold in that case. Wasn't a cutoff. Check knight 7. No, it's not a race in the cutoff. Needs to be a queen check 9-8. A little bit more connectivity there. Is preferred by the solver. I saw one kind soul already posted in the thread on the Poker Tracker 4 forums asking for... making his voice heard, asking for run at once support when it comes to the hand histories to import. Not for the HUD, of course. And also opened a support ticket. I thought that was very nice of that person. And if you would like me to see... if, first of all, you would like to be able to import your run at once hands into Poker Tracker, or you would just simply like to see me being able to do review sessions with the imported hands, so like through the graphs, through the stats, all that, then let Poker Tracker know, because they'll only add support for for run at once if they get enough requests. So if you want, head over to their forum or to their website and open the support ticket, letting them know that you would like to see support for run at once. That's the only way we're getting it, if people ask for it. The other way would be if run at once offers support for HUDs, but we all know that's not gonna happen. Not likely. Playing a decent one here. Tiny. Got raised, sir. Ma'am. Nope. Nope. Aces, you say? Right? Bit of raise, maybe. Maybe? Okay, it's not completely hopeless. Make a hard roll off and will become active. This guy had bet I would have just called and waited for the river to bomb. Like I would with a lot of my nut flushes. Wait. Not closing the action, we'll let this one go. Being sandwiched in between with a hand like this is not the ideal scenario. Wait. I think we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go for the raise fold. This is probably a little bit more risky here. Did a cold call? Was it a cold call? Yeah, this guy open limit. I think given that we have a heart in our hand, I think we're just going with this one. Terribly excited about it, but yeah. Yeah. Over here in a decent splash pot, single raised. Well, actually not so decent, 60, but still he folds, and that's of course awesome. I mean, we have a gutter. He bets half pot effectively. We have a gutter. And we have the second nut flush draw. For half pot, we're not leaving just yet. And that's going over budget, I think. Here, gutter flush draw. Maybe I can do quickly. Over the top again. I'm sure the guy doesn't like us much anymore. Have a nice wrap and a pair. And a blocker to do a flush draw. He comes over the top, we're going with it. The hand, yep. It is. In a splash we could try let's try something we rarely do anymore. The good old splash pot limp. On table 4 we took it on pre, by the way, with the raise. Okay, closing the action, sure enough, double suited sevens. Open-ender, which is not ideal on this board with the king, cause a jack is of course going to pull a bunch of higher straights out there. What is a little bit nicer is the fact that we have all the backdoor flushes, and I wonder if you're supposed to let this go at this point. I kind of doubt it. It's not the nuts, but given that he checked the flop, I would read it as such, actually. And here I would be super spooked if you get raised. That would just be weird. The new PLO 20 table opens, and the second hand there we get welcomed in style once more with aces. I have to look this hand up after this spot because we're raising this one. Get called and we flop nicely. Here we flop nicely as well. Expected when there, no. Well, if you must, we took it out on table 2. Probably has a wrap. Yep, he does. It's not helping him just yet. Unfortunately, that is. Win some, lose some, I guess. Okay, closing the action, good thing. For the last hand on this PLO 10 table, there's some potential there, seeing that we flop the nuts, have a backdoor nut flush draw as well. And not least, we have a spade, not a spade blocker, the other thing. You know what I mean, you know, blocking. Okay. Okay. So the runner full house, of course, is a problem for us, since we can't compete with that. As the 3 better here if we are not checking about this. Okay. I think even in splash we're letting this one be. It's not aces, but it's substitute kings up here in the no PLO 10 table, 20 table. There's a long preflop tank. But I like the end of that decision-making process. Nah. Nice splash. Do we have something? Yeah. We can raise fold for sure. Nice board for top pair, top kicker. It doesn't really change much, unless he has like a soul 5. Dynamic now, but it's not a nice ending to the story. Wouldn't be surprised if he has to flush draw. Yeah, we had him in pretty rough shape until then. At least when it comes to winning, he could have split it easily. He shared a lot of side cards. Yeah, I'm gonna take one off because there's also cards like this where we can bluff a lot now. No, you feel how I feel. Yeah! I hear you, Nuclear Smurf. I feel the pain. Hey, the Poker Matrix! I thought you're streaming yourself! Nice to see you here, Matrix. Take it down here. Yeah, guys, if you don't know the Poker Matrix, he is a professional player who returned to the game, now streaming on Twitch and has a rapidly grown channel. Plays on GG Poker, plays a lot of Zoom style poker, a lot of No Limit. So I recently started playing the 4-card Magic as well. Yeah, so welcome back. Welcome back, Master Anderson. I actually watched the first part of the Matrix yesterday. Like my annual Matrix watching. I tend to watch these movies fairly often. I'm a huge fan. And to your question, things are well. Today they're pretty shitty. Now today we're down 9-ish binds currently, I think. But no matter, the last 3 days we played, we in total took down 25 binds in 3 days, so I'll take a losing day. Fine. And including the losses today, I need another, let's say, I think 35 buy-ins, and I'm at kilo 50. So things are looking up indeed. I think on the rainbow board we can raise a pure top pair for a change, which is not something we do habitually. Oh, work. Also in a single raise pot, when check all the way. Now river a full house. Gonna pot it now. Get called here actually. Well, seeing that we have the on. First of all, this is of course wonderful. Yeah, I think we're still potting it here. He calls, really? Wait, here, sorry. Almost left me in the dark there. That's so weird that he keeps calling. I guess he had ace. He had a set, probably. Maybe not a set and a flush draw, then he would maybe have raised. Maybe not. Single raise pot here, we raise from the button. Sounds about right, that's fair. Let him have it. I miss playing PLO. Well, how come you're not playing PLO then? Sure, there's some viewers that miss you playing PLO as well, but I think on the whole you get a larger viewership with no limit, right? I'm fairly certain that's the case. And also, of course, you're a no limit specialist. That is, you know, the most important thing. This Russian cash game triggers my gambling addiction pretty hard. Ooh, what's the Russian cash then? Let me know. Over here we have a pair and a flush draw. Let's check this one for a change, because why not? So here it gets checked to us once more. I don't think we're having any of that then. He leads, and let's not have any of that either. Everyone, we took it down with the queens. Yeah, we're down in total 180, 190 bucks, somewhere there. So a little less than 10 buy-ins currently. There's a definitely slightly varying raise. There are sets he would hope to check raise here. Sevens, kings. I really don't see many bluffs. Especially seeing that we have the nut flush draw ourselves, so he's not doing it with that. We're letting this one go. And be better for it tonight. Ooh, they played a big one. What happened here? I saw the tail end of it. Hey, Johnny Sprinkles! Nice to see you back. And no worries, no worries. I was absent for the longest time though, so... Johnny Sprinkles is also an excellent nick. Yeah, to answer your question, at the start of the day we were only 25 buy-ins away from PLO 50. PLO 20 buy-ins, of course. And seeing that we have the first losing day in quite a while, we are now around 35, actually 34 to be exact, buy-ins away from PLO 50. So it's getting close. It's getting close. Forward pairing here, this might be concerning. Sorry, here, of course. Go with the bet fold. Yep. Fold we will. Go to top. Yep. I think that's the way. Here. And I'm not entirely sure about... It's gonna be a fold if he comes over the top, that's for sure. Yeah, well, let's let this one go. A bad board. Grab. Flush this out there. Turn was his. Like Zoom, but different to play and it's a lot of fun to play. A lot of action, bad players. Nice. Ooh, that is a sweet splash here. There's a chance players don't notice because it's really tiny here. Be awesome if they do it for PLO. I'd like it. Even though, you know, GG poker player, but yeah, would be good for the game. Got our backdoor flush draw. Let's take one off just because there's so much money in the middle. That is a nice turn. See you later, Poker Matrix. As always, thank you very much for dropping in. Hope your session goes well too. Good luck. Well, hope you run better. Thank you. What to do, what to do. Peter DeVille with the nut straight. Another huge splash. This one down. Everybody folds here. It's awesome. We make a full house. Unfortunately, it went check all the way. Good call, we're good. Make two pair. Don't feel like betting it on a 2 flush board. Still be good. He never bet at any point post, so I kind of doubt he has a flush here. I think here I'm curious. Exactly. That's nice. Some rakeback coming our way. Let's go with the raise fold. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good approach. I think that's how I'll do it in the beginning, Johnny. Into single 50, yeah. I think that's how I'll do it in the beginning, but I'll wait until I have the 100 buy-ins for PLO 50, seeing that, you know, I had expenses saved up, and I didn't need to, to take those out of the roll. But I used them up, and now I need to take my monthly expenses, which are thankfully really low, but I need to take them out of my roll every month. So I need to be a little bit more conservative than if you were not a full-time than full-time players, basically. Okay, flop. Get raised with the aces. Hey, I don't. But here we take it down, which is of course you. Yeah, so I'm. Johnny Sprinkles is a neat plan. I might do it. Do just that once the roll is there. Which is, you know, barring having a horrible month, is gonna be sometimes in July. Why the pot size? That's the only thing that's tripping me up here. Whatever. I'll let her go. I do like that there are 23 entries at PLO 20 now, 35 at PLO 50. It looks like the new patch and the functionality that we can download our hands now has brought back quite a lot of people. Against the big blind, yeah. There they are, the nuts. Actually, I would have liked to bet here once more. I'm started to get into the habit of going for 2 barrels in spots like these. And I think on the whole that approach has been treating me quite well. Double paired queens here. Drawing to the nut flush now, blocking our outs a little bit. A pair. Yeah, that's the only trouble there with that approach with Photronic. That's true, you get weird variants. That is possible. Yeah, it might be up. In terms of buy-ins, you might be up for the day, and then... In terms of buy-ins, you're up. In terms of real money, you're down, because you're playing two different limits. That might be. I hope so. I appreciate you saying that a lot, Photronic. Thank you. I hope. The move-up curse is out of the way, that's for sure. Since we already moved up once, or took a shot once. And the next shot is going to be a little bit more extensive. First shot was for around 20 or 25 buy-ins, I think. The second one is going to be for 40 buy-ins. Here we flop a really perfect grab on a rainbow board. Usually I just call. Let's mix it up this time. Seeing that I don't have a pair, that's a point where I usually just call. Then again, on the other hand, it is a rainbow board. Grabs are really strong on rainbow boards. Stays rainbow. Size down a little bit. Can we still? Yeah, we can still push the river this way. Leave this one because I found another table with more players on it. Nope. Yes, please. Or change, letting this one go. Not sure about it. Let's check it out. But with the queen and the 3, I mean, ugh. That's really nice. They're going all in pre. Ah, what a nasty way to go. Right here. Weird. And to take all in. King 10-10 is included. Okay, he's blocking aces and kings, but new table 1. We flop the world for now. Yeah, I think I'm just making up my mind no matter how the session is gonna go today. I'm gonna stream a little bit the stream is gonna be shorter than usual, and I'm gonna buy a month of the Pocket Hut, whatever it is, whatever that is, because they support Run It Once, and I'll spend some hours preparing stuff for a review stream tomorrow. That sounds alright. And we can dive into some stuff from Run It Once. Also, I'll be frank, I am... What's the word? Very anxious to know how we've been running on Run It Once. It's all luck. Or what's the deal there? I'd like to find out today. I'm gonna call because I think this is a weird bet sizing. This is super weird bet sizing. Well, okay, I guess it makes sense. Was it a rainbow board? You just had the board crushed. No, it wasn't rainbow, so it is weird. Betting half pot into two people there. Like, okay, you're getting value right now, but... Actually, he didn't have the best hand. He had a low straight and a set. He might have been in real trouble there. That's pretty much the reason why I don't like to bet half pot in multiple people. Because in most of the time you're not supposed to do it. And in those spots where you have a hand where you feel like, you know, I really want these people to stay in there. Since most people do not bet half pot into multiple opponents, it looks strange to most people, and so they might think something is up then, and maybe fold to you a little bit more often when they in a higher bet might actually keep them in because they think something is up. I might be completely on the wrong track there. It's just my personal opinion, my impression how I would think about what I would think in these spots. When my opponent bets half pot into me, like just happened into multiple opponents. Of course I went the other way, I called instead of folding. But yeah. Actually I called drawing that, right? Ace is here, against the guy who went all in with crab earlier, if it's still the same guy, yes it is. Can get another perfect storm, maybe he has another ace king 10-10. We're not blocking kings, not blocking queens. Right on. 34 entries at PLO 20 now. Wow. Good for Run It Once. 38 at PLO 50. Wait. This sideman might be going places. Oh. I'm fairly confident we're supposed to let this one go. Let's check it out. King 7-7 button versus Under the Gun. Build the matrix. Yeah, make it single suited. I'm calling there all day long. And that's exactly right. Single suited, it is a fine call and just a call. There's no hand that has a 7-7 in it and a single suited that gets raised there. And all the none of the triple suited hands or badly suited hands that are not suited to the high card get played. Oh yes. Take down the blinds with aces there. I don't mind. Yeah, playing for a lot of money. What? Only went in on the flop or the turn, like, why? Guy left, that's very unfortunate. What a gift to Felix there. Huh. So it is a nice splash, but we're not taking this hand into battle here. Whoa, a nice flop. Yeah, even though I don't think this guy's come out of it. Actually, let's call it not a huge deal either way, I think. Oh, we have a gutter. What would be nice? If we get called, which is of course sweet. Played with Sean Connery. He bets quite sizable here, quite large. Oh, get raised, huh? You're pushing it here. We need help. We need help. We don't get it. Still, there was like a 60-40 spot still. Well, maybe a little less since still. No, actually no. All of our sidecars would have of course helped us. Alright, hello flush. I'm gonna bet once more and then check the river. Well. Yeah, probably. How the hell? Okay, because he had the nut straight. Okay, fair enough. Ish. We're kind of optimistic for the size. 10-6 and the cutoff will letting this one go quite happily. On the button it would have been a whole different sack of ferrets. Let's hope he has a 6. Double pair, double suited queens, you say, huh? Sorry. Another nice splash. This one we shall not compete for, though. This one down. Yep. Nope. There's such a thing as too optimistic. In a funky spot too now. You just watched the 3 of diamonds roll off. Even then it will have been a good fold. And I like it. I think this is gonna remain a run it once only stream. Unless we have some. Ooh, hang on, I might be telling a lie because here table on microgaming that has an average pot size of 23. What the deuce? What are these people doing? There's only one unknown at the table. So chances are that whoever was responsible for the average pot size being this high left in time. Better flush draw. I don't know how we're doing. There was this one all-in we lost, I think. Oh, right. With top trips and a nut flush draw against a flop full house. That's one we lost. 70, 40s. We're down 210 total, so... Sorry, 10.5 binds. That's a little bit of rake back. Oh well. Ooh, I forgot about the rake back. Right, we are getting some on run at once for the month. No, it's not going to be a lot. It'll be like 10 binds or something. Bringing us that much closer to PLO 50, of course. With the extra money, this one we're not folding. This one is very reasonable. In a bit of a pickle if this channel, if Dwight lets it come over the top now. Might see it checked around here. Go see what I know. Nothing. Nothing. And he takes it out, takes on a nice pot there. Right. How about a big splash? How about we get back to break even or even in profits with a 200 euro splash? I'd be down for that. MP, this one we're letting go quite happily. I think the 7 and 9 is probably fine. Even with the 8, probably not. Let's check it out. How far off I am there. RNMP. What the matrix says about that. Backhand. And that was exactly right. With the Queen 9 it gets raise called. Even with the Queen 8 it actually gets raise called. But not with the Queen 7. Cool. Slowly we're learning stuff. I like leading here a little bit more because check raising looks so strong. We don't need to go for the check raise every time we flop something nice. If we lead here, we get more cards than when we try to go for the check raise. And I thought about calling just now, but then I have the same dilemma on the turn, or a similar dilemma as in if I lead, it's gonna look super strong. If I check, there's a good chance he's gonna check behind. I'm not gonna like that either. I think this is a good one for the leading basket there. Because I do lead there with bluffs a lot too, so why not have a good hand in it as well? Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Take this one down, I think I like that too. Ooh, what are these guys doing? Get the flush draw. Good hand, okay. Have them aces. And a hand down here, blind versus blind, where we flop a middle pair. So flush draw, not much. For this price, let's take one off. Giving us an open ender. And a quick check from our opponent. Up here with the aces, we flop a paired board, then take it down right away. Now that 7 doesn't really do anything for us. But there are things like a7 in our range. Ah, fine. Shot. Not really sure if it makes any sense, but on the other hand, it doesn't need... Ultimately, it needs to make sense to him. That's the beauty of the system. Now that's a hand he can't fold, of course. I wonder why... I hope the only reason why it took him so long was that he was pondering a re-raise, which he really should have. I can never have him beat there, right? There was no straight. Yeah, let's just assume he waited this long because he was figuring out... He was trying to figure out if he should raise. This is gonna be fun for the check raise though. That's a slightly different part. Kinda helpful that we do have a 5, blocking low straight draws. Which aren't many of, but still. Let's hope the original better c-bets here. Giving us an open-ender. Top pair, open-ender, nut flush draw. Second nut flush draw. Sounds pretty good to me. Alt. Now there's a decent chance I'm gonna call if he bets. Even though the board paired, unless he has Jack 7 or 6 7. Really don't see full. I'm gonna do it quickly in case I'm right to demoralize him a little bit. 6 7, yeah. That unfortunately that's one of the few hands that makes sense that does beat us here. But it's also a very nice bluffing spot too. Because all the draws missed, right? No flush draw came in, no straight draw came in. So I don't mind that call at all. I like doing them quickly. You made your mind up. If you're right, it's your opponent's gotta feel horrible. How could he call so quickly? Ooh, a top set, huh? They're getting it in. This guy keeps getting it in with questionable hands, although this time it was just a 23 euro 100 BB pot. So somebody was short, I guess he was short. A nice splash, but I mean if this guy doesn't come in, we're gonna call. If he does, we'll let him do. Yep. Well, table's gotten down to 300 here. I don't think we actually need this, since there should be enough tables out there. Yeah. Go for the raise fold here. Oh, perfect. That's exactly the kind of raise fold I was talking about. Whew. Okay, so this table is filling up once more a little bit. So let's switch out this one then. pair in the end here might or might not be good. I'm not gonna call here if he bets though, I think. Yeah, seeing that we're not blocking the Broadway. A lot of queens, we just let it go. Oh, there was something interesting I read. I think I talked about it in the first stream, but I got an email regarding the hand histories that they're not downloadable. And matter of fact, I have all the hands on my hard drive now. Something there about those. Right, I remember. So the surprise when it comes to the hand histories now being downloadable was twofold. There were two things that we didn't really know beforehand. One is that as a feature for the historic hand downloads, like all the hands that you played in the past, you download, you will, hang on, what was it? You will be able to see the whole cards of all players on the table, no matter if they raise or folded. In addition, you will see your own real username, okay, and the table aliases of the rest of the players. So we will be able to figure out how we've been running against Kippery, for example, and who, like, for example, who was the biggest donator to us, who we lost the most against so far, and all that stuff. That'll be very interesting, I think. I don't think we would call this. On the rainbow board, let's actually bet this. There's only one. Well, there's two straight draws out there, but the low one isn't really that common. What happened here? This guy. What? Okay, so that's the one supposed to bet. Okay. Got called here by Dominique. Pretty decent card all in all. Not a huge splash, well, not huge splash, but a nice splash, 10 BB in the middle. Up the top pair, medium strength kicker. The way to improve significantly on this board. Take it down here. So we're up against 16 whole cards. Decent chance somebody has a better hand than us, I would say. So we'll just let this one go. In a 3-bet pot, button versus blind. Checks, I think, or not. King. I think here I could have let actually. I have the open ender plus, no, the 10 will make us the nuts there. Too late for that. If the open end is straight flush draw, by the way. If you get raised, we're not folding. Otherwise I wouldn't have bet here. We have a 9, and we do not get there. It's unfortunate we were in pretty decent shape yet. With that we're down 12 buy-ins once more, unfortunately. Make the nut straight. Unfortunately, don't have a single heart now. Well, I think the worst day we ever had was around minus 14 buy-ins, so not beating that record just yet. Two pair, huh? Top and bottom. The over pair. Diamond. No, I don't think so. You know what? I actually checked this one out. I do know that I recently noticed that I am squeezing a little bit too wide. Might very well be a spot where we're doing so once more. Oh. Be a little bit. Because now having bet, well, first of all, I'm not checking most boards as the 3-better, as the squeezer. And here, if we get raised, we need to roll with it. Not gonna be super exciting. Will give us a straight. 2 pair outs are likely good still. Hopefully he's not getting snap called, that's good news. I think if we do get called, we need to fade a lot of the deck or improve. Straight up. Nope. Okay. Pair and a flush draw down here. Two pair, gutter, and a flush draw. Roll with this. If you bet now, it would be as a bluff. Wouldn't be completely unreasonable with a 9. Blocking the nuts now. I think check folding is fine. Actually, give this a shot. Pretty crazy. That worked nicely. Cool. Let's see the 3-handed table for a slightly fuller one. Also not a very exciting table. Same down there. Yeah, also not a very exciting table. Tight aggro, tight aggro. We can do better, and matter of fact, I already opened up this table. End up having 2 pair here. Like that might be good. 9 is jack. Alright, sitting on 4 tables once more. And we're watching this one, I think. Alright, not much going on for us anywhere. Well, they're playing a big one, looks like. Really not much going on for us. We can, I guess let's observe this one. Biggest pot going down right now. What am I supposed to call it? Nope. Damn it, actually, now that I see the hand in front of me in the matrix, actually I knew that. That if you have 3 Broadway cards, the 4th card needs to have better connectivity, so it goes down to the 8. Ace, Queen, 10, 8. Yeah. This one we're definitely not raising under the gun. On the button it would be fine. Looks like we end up calling it Absolute Ace here. Closing the action. It's not a great hand, but there's a lot of money in the middle. We have flushes we can make. Let's watch the conclusion of this then. We wait to see what happens on table 2. This guy takes it down there in the end. I think that's actually not completely stupid. Like even the overcards, overpairs, kings, even aces, we in the end might very well get out of this hand. Because they have to be wondering why I'm leading. Unless of course somebody shows up with a deuce. That's a little bit unexpected, I'm not gonna lie. How did it... Usually it's either myself or other players confusing me. Now I'm a little bit confused by the dealer here as to what to do. Maybe size down a little. What a weird river. Top and bottom here, and otherwise really dry board. We're gonna raise fold. Top middle pair. Little blocker situation going on with the 10 as well. On the whole, if you want we check here, we take it down, which is beat with top and bottom. Well, giving us 2 pair at least. That's enough. No, because he has better 2 pair. I don't know, I feel these are spots where bluffing isn't as successful. Because all of the draws have missed and up on that. I mean, okay, versus a specific hand, it very likely would have worked, but still. I feel we have more than enough bluffs in our range. Comes over the top, we're letting it go. If he calls, we evaluate on the turn. Re-evaluate on the turn. Not much re-evaluate here. Unfortunately, there are 2 flush draws out there, which we're not blocking at all. But for 100 BB, like if we're really deep here, I can certainly see myself checking now. Ooh, nice. The dream spot with aces where we get to put half of our stack in pre. And seeing that this guy is short, there's a really decent chance he's not leaving us. You cold call? What the? Fuck. That's unfortunate, because now if he comes over the top, he's not reopening the action. So yeah, I should have done that one differently then. It's gotta be funny if this guy now bets his 432 and then I need to fold. But if he does, then that's how this is gonna end, this little adventure. How about some excitement? How about an ace on the turn? Not pairing the board. It's a start. Oh, another 10, another ace likely gives us the nuts. Not that I'm super confident we'll be able to see a river. One straight out there as well. Blocking upset. Ah, please don't bet Evan. Just let us check it down, like gentlemen. Well, the deal. We're good against him. Good against him. Nice. That work. Two pair, blind versus blind, certainly. But here we're gonna call, with, especially with the... Ooh. pair now, huh? Go for the bet fold. Doesn't really change anything. Changes nothing, except the ace-9, of course, now. Because Nice. What did this gentleman have done? Couldn't tell you. Ace-Jack 6-6. Yeah. Tough. Tough spot. Playing a decent one. And this might actually be still a little bit too wild here for the cutoff. Check this out in a moment as well. Giving us top and bottom on this board. That'll work. Yeah, after I check the flop here, this might be a spot to bet a turn, sure. I think if he checks again, we are gonna... Tony Warriors with a huge raid of 19 people, bringing 19 of his friends along. Thank you very much for the raid. If you don't know Tony Warriors, he is a mixed game streamer, fellow featured streamer on Bad Beat Clothing as his own line of merchandise there, and currently has a tournament series going on with a lot of with a lot of tickets to win. There's a huge deal of value there. So if you are into mixed games, check out Tony Warriors. Welcome over to the channel, everybody. My name is Nut Raisin. I do this every day, 6 days a week, full time, basically. Hopefully not too much longer on PLO 20. Actually, at the start of the day, we were only 25 buy-ins at PLO 20 away from moving up to PLO 50, hopefully for good this time. And unfortunately, for the first time in a long time, we have a substantial losing day, down around 10 buy-ins currently. It is what it is. And a lot of familiar names there as well. So welcome over, everybody. Soul Reed. Here's Soul Reed. Pieface Poker, I know you. Welcome back, Pieface Poker. Pumplex Jedi. Welcome to the channel. Metal 2, welcome to the channel as well. Good luck and enjoy your stream session. Thank you very much. And Sidegasm follows hot on Tony Warrior's heels with a host of their own. Sidegasm, of course, if you know. If you pay attention to online poker on Twitch, then you come across the name Sidegasm sooner or later. He's also the mind, I think that's correct, the mind behind TwitchNet. I don't even know what TwitchNet.com? Oh, that's embarrassing. A community for streamers, and they also have a soft spot for poker players in their community. And in matter of fact, are building a new site like Twitch I actually don't know the website address of that one by heart. So I'd rather not gonna read the wrong information there. That one is you. Alright, let's let this go. Take this one down. What did he call with there? Slightly puzzled. Oh, he had the gutter, decided to do a one-off call. I heard the noise. Oh god, I'm gonna mispronounce that name for sure. I'm just gonna say Warkey. I know there's a letter, I'm missing the J in there, but I really wouldn't know where to start, how to pronounce that. Warkey. I'm sorry, Warkey. The important thing is I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. You have a pair and an open-ender. And one of the reasons why I called here is because I have the 10, and if an 8 or 9 rolls off, we can start bluffing here a little bit. unless he has 6-5 or 7-5 or something like that, I don't think he's gonna show up with too many full houses here. Maybe I should just pot it, to be honest. Like the bet sizing. Because he is gonna have a straight a lot, which he does. Yeah, he has a 4-8 straight. And potting it, you know, given the speed he called that, probably would have changed much. But still, I would have preferred betting in slightly larger there. Two tables down to short-handed. Let me check if I can dig up some tables. Actually, I might not be able to, because the pool dropped for some reason. I got a lot of people got... I don't know, maybe there's something on TV. Because the pool was twice as large a couple of moments ago. Now we're down to heads up. That I definitely not gonna do. I suck at heads up. Up here we flopped a nut flush draw on a paired boards. Nothing to get terribly excited about. We turn the ace, have a flush draw and a gutter to a straight. Two pair outs are not terribly exciting. Now having the 9 in my hand definitely helps here. Still can have a bunch of 2-pair that are better than mine. And does have the low straight. Publix Jedi, thank you very much for the follow. I hope I'm pronouncing this name sort of correctly at least. Sorry about that. Down there. TopPokerStreamers.com, thank you very much. That's exactly it. Oh, and would you look at that? We have a very decent splash, which is kind of sneaky because the huge splashes you notice. The small splashes you notice because they disperse a lot of small gold coins. The huge small splashes, which I know sounds weird, those are tough to notice because there's one small coin and super deep stacked. I would check here, but given the fact that I do have the 10 as well, I don't mind going all the way with this one. Sidegasm is a VIP for sure. Oh, that looks slightly better on the webcam, I think. See my diamond boy. Oh, that sort of VIP. That she is even more for sure, yeah. Ooh, yeah. The good old min raise never stops to freak me out a little bit. Actually, with the min raise, this is probably callable. Reason knows what's up. What's up? I'll try. I try. And now we're in the stupid spot where this guy is gonna call a lot, and we are closing the action. We not. Go to Jarrett. Like the Subway sandwich guy, Jarrett? I'm confused. Now I am confused. Ah. Okay, let's check it. How much like a genius do I feel now for checking? Nah, I think it's probably the way to go. Especially seeing that we were a little bit deep. This gentleman there. Board pairing in the end, besides the flush draw fighting. Well, I think quads takes it. What did the other guy have? Kirby dead on 2 spots in the end. What the deuce? No, the other guy didn't have a single heart in his hand. What the hell is going on? Okay, let's take a note on Mr. Ivan here. His stabby on the turn. Ways. Saying my name correct. Ooh, be careful with the exclamation marks. I'm a fan of Terry Pratchett, I like this quote. It is not meant in a personal way. Versus the button I don't mind raising here. No, you know, it's either way is fine. Just calling here, I think, way to go about it as well. But I'm happy I said your name correctly. It's one of the rare cases where, as the preflop raiser, I am not c-betting. Maybe I should have actually. We can get off the situation now. There are good hands that I would play like this too, so pretty crazy. I think we're gonna go with raise fold here, rather than just call out of position. So let's put more money in, and if he comes over the top again, we'll let it go. Yeah, glad I said your name correctly. Yeah, okay. This board we're pushing. Yeah. Of course, if he comes over the top, he shall not be happy because we're blocking the nut flush. We also... Not sure if he can fold anymore, if he does. So I don't know if you guys heard, but from today onwards, you can download all the hands you've played on Run It Once Poker. And the automatic download has also been enabled in the client, so 24 hours after the fact, after your last session, you can download the hands from that session automatically. Calling is fine here on the button. For the raise fold up here. We flop some blockers, flush draw, and here we flop. Interesting three ways, huh? Well, at 100 BB. Not making a mistake if you're playing this one hard. And I much prefer going for the pot size here, since we're not blocking continuation ranges of our opponents at all. Not blocking any straights, not blocking the flush. In the cutoff, letting this one go quite happily so. Yeah, Pumped Straight, I was just happy that I could use that bot command. It was not geared towards you with the 3 exclamation marks. But ever since I read that quote and various other quotes in the same vein by Pratchett, I always go like, oh, you use like how many exclamation marks are there? When I see like official notices or something, like we are closed today, signs on the shop or something. They have 3 exclamation marks, so I was actually think a little bit. And smile a little bit too. In a blind versus blind spot here, where a limp this guy came out the top. This one we're letting go quite happily. He bets a lot with top pair, but I would suspect most, if not all, of our 2 pair outs are good. We have the backdoor flush draw. A lot of decent cards that can turn for us there. Having pretty much no showdown value in this spot. We'll certainly go for it. And get called like that. With the 4-7, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Unfortunately, that makes sense. So now I think we won a little bit recent past. All in all, now we're down only 10 and a half lines, something like that. So after we turn the flush draw here, we now end up having 2 pair, which I don't think is particularly exciting on this board. But speaking of things and them being exciting, this certainly is. Betting, and here we bet small. Well, the 38-cent pot, it's not like we can bet large. Ace is up here for us. That's a rather excellent card, because I don't think he's never showing up with aces here. However, he might have an ace 3. We bet pot because this gentleman raised pre. Out of position, we're sizing up pretty much always. We get called, that's awesome. So we're good. We got aces down here as well. Curious to see what Hunter had. Table 2 we get raised, and I'm very likely gonna let this one go. Because the client name is Run It Once indeed, yeah. I might have said something wrong. Yeah, he had the ace 3. He actually had the ace 3, exactly. So we're gonna let this one go. At half pot here, it's very helpful that we have the ace of hearts in this case. Not deep here at all. So let's bet. So we're blocking Jack 8, of course. Blocking King Jack. He can't have the nut flush draw. I think we're still betting here. And this is one ugly board. Get a drink outside. Okay. Yeah, let's check behind here. It's not a... I mean... Actually, that's not... A quick call. Can't get quick, huh? I guess a low straight. Yeah. More aces. Ooh, and in the splash pot we have an excellent hand here. Here, sorry, here of course we do as well. Get raised, and I like that. And take it down on table 1 with the top set. Yeah, thanks a lot for the drop in, Complex Jedi. Appreciate it a lot. Well. Okay, here, this is the flop we've been getting it in here. And this is a horrible, horrible board. But we have both backdoor flush draws, and the SPR is really, really low. I'm not check folding here, I think. On table 2 we took it down. You have it? He has it, unfortunately. The Jack 7. Can't do anything about the Jack 7. Actually dead in 2 spots in the end. The guy had a 10-3. Yeah, but I'm not checking there. Not at this SPR, I think. The other guy being all in already. I rarely go out, by the way. Yeah, same here. I'm usually here, right in front of the camera. Okay, well that's not true. I walk the dog at least twice a day. Leads for the full pot. Okay. You have to give it to him. We'll raise fold here. If I get raised, I'm gonna let this one go. Well, I have a pair. How about you? Apparently not. I'm still thinking about that spot there with the straight on the board, or the straight board, the 9-8. With the backdoors, I mean, had I checked, the other guy with the straight would have gone all in, and for 10 more, yeah, I'm calling there anyway. If he bets, so I might as well bet myself, I think. Yeah. More aces, let's try again. Oh, that'll work. That'll work for me. They're playing decent one. Oh, okay. Let's see, we've gone on this one, I guess. Triple suited, we're disconnected, I think, in the cutoff. Then this will go on the button. We open fold this. As in, we open, and if we get raised, we fold. Against the small blind, we are checking here pretty much always, because small blinds, the spot, are supposed to have way more high cards than I think on the whole. Yeah, so easy fold here with the top pair and better. Double suited kings here. King 9-5. Get raised, and we certainly can see a flop. Oh, das might get me. DP dude on the button now. On the other hand, they have seen me raise a lot on this table recently, I think. See what happens here on the turn. That's what's happening. Okay. Lost one table because I went down to heads up, and I'm not a heads up guy. I forgot to ask, by the way, excuse my manners, how did Tony Warrior's stream go anyway? Hope things went well. So we have a pair. Well, never mind. Not folding this to a raise, I believe. What little I know about heads up. Ooh, more aces. This time double suited ones, pretty nice ones. Ace king 6 here for us in small blind. Table went to heads up once more. The other gentleman left. We have a top pair. Vector flush draw. Put off a blocker with the 8. On table 1 we took it down with 3-bet. Take a note on this guy. Open fold range on the button. That's not entirely common. Low 20. Take one off for half pot, no less. Very top pair. It's nice that we do have a heart in our hand. Also nice that we have a 6. Blocking some stuff. Now having an open ender plus the top pair. We blocked Jack 10, but it's not impossible that he has it. Still. We were betting a lot here. Now at this point the 2 pair outs are not really that exciting anymore, most of them at least. Even none of them at this point. Let this one go. What a river. Get snap called. Pretty much. We get raised. I don't see the point in coming over the top. This hand. This might end up slowing him down here. And this is a nice bluffing spot. I'm not entirely convinced if it's a bluffing spot against this guy. He checks. Oh, it is. We take it down. Very sweet. He does have the aces here. Cautious play in the end. Taking the river. We sort of lost the minimum there, I think. I have a new table 3 opening. I think with that table opening we're letting this table go. Never mind. Set down and we're not heads up anymore, even though the other gentleman now set down. Set out. There's a pair in the second nut flush draw. Let's check it down. Oh, we take it down with a pair of 4s. Oh. Came over the top here and this time hit a very nice flop. Wow, everybody's sitting out now. You have 3 kids in the pool, so I'm popping in and out myself. Just random kids or? No, fair enough, Sidegasm. Fair enough. Enjoy the summer weather. Hey, what do you know? We make the nuts. Get caught too. This guy is not a believer. I'm gonna give him the note call happy just so generally speaking I know not to bluff this guy too much unless it makes sense, like we did earlier with excellent nut straight blockers. All the tables are short. That's horrible for me. 3 of them are heads up, which is truly horrible for me. Not like I have no clue, but they're not much. Okay, not for this bet sizing. Stabby dude. Let's hope he's not a check raisey dude. Okay, cool. Okay, I got it to the nuts and the nut flush draw. How do we go about this? Sort of by checking. Some interesting spots here. We flop low flush draw. Here we flop 2 pair and then right? Okay, did the nuts then. Here we're gonna bet now. Here we are gonna raise, and here we're gonna call. Maybe one we took it down. That's an excellent river, unless he, of course, he has 7s. That's once more. I'm still not folding here. Still, he's a decent amount of equity there. Too hot for you. One of those days. We had those here in Germany. We had a 38-degree day in Germany. I can't readily